Hello, my name is Dr. Taylor and I'm the Head of Science at Priestland School. At Priestlands, we offer two pathways. They're not necessarily options for all students, but the two pathways are called Aqa Trilogy, and about 80% of our students follow this pathway, and it accounts for two GCSEs at the end. And it's worth pointing out it contains an equal mix of biology, chemistry, and physics. And then we also run Aqa Separate Science, which accounts for three GCSEs, which students would leave the school with GCSE Biology, GCSE Chemistry, and GCSE Physics. But it's an accelerated course, which means there's no more time in the timetable than those students who do Aqa Trilogy. And as a result, we run a selection process to make sure we get the right students for this course. That selection process tends to involve asking the students what their preference is, then asking teachers who they think is most suitable for this course, and finally students will need to sit usually an end of year exam for us to ensure that we make the right judgment for it. But it's worth pointing out at this stage that both pathways, Aqa Trilogy and Aqa Separate Science, are excellent in terms of supporting transition to A-level. In terms of the content covered within each, Aqa Trilogy, as I said, has an equal mix of biology, chemistry, and physics. I know it looks like there is more chemistry covered here on this slide, but in effect, lots of these units are quite small within the chemistry. I can assure you there's an equal mix of biology, chemistry, and physics. And likewise, the Aqa Separate Science, which is the three separate GCSEs, they contain pretty much exactly the same unit headings as Aqa Trilogy. So you'll see here, apart from the last unit in physics, which is a space unit, you can see at the end there. It's worth pointing out that even though they got the same unit headings, that in Aqa Separate Science, some of the units, I say just some of the units, contain a little bit more content than in Trilogy. In terms of assessment, they both pathways, students have to sit 6 exams. The only difference is the Trilogy exams are 1¼ hour each, but the Separate Science exams are 1¾ hour each. Beyond Priestlands, where does the course lead us? Again, to re-stipulate that both pathways will provide an adequate entry requirement for A-levels, as colleges will cite grade 6s and above are more important than just collecting more GCSEs. And beyond college, the opportunities for jobs in the world of science are huge.